Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky15, and in this video I'll be giving you my Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action. As usual here on the channel, I just want to apologise however for not making you a video over the last couple of days. Been really busy, so I'm sorry I didn't get around to it. However, if you do follow my work for the punters page, I did give them a video today and we had quite a few winners over there. We had two nice winners at 6-4 and 5-1, and also as well we had an 8-1 each way, so a good way to start over there with October. And also as well the records were out for September's profits, and in the end we were £99 25p to a £1 stake for every selection we gave. So it was a really good month for us over there in September, and go and follow them. Their YouTube name is the Punters page. You can also follow me on Twitter and you'll discover links to their work, because I often retweet the videos I do for them. So yep, go and follow them if you don't do so already. But we start tomorrow's action in the 320 at Naas. Now this one I'm going with here, Norway, is around about 3-1 bookmakers at the moment. Now I've actually had a bit of an Antepost fancy on this one for next year's St Leger, because last time I saw it run was at the Curragh when it finished third in a very competitive maiden behind Sydney Opera House. Now I was looking at that performance that day and I was really impressed how he stuck on over the mile trip, and I think next year he's going to be a very good horse, and I reckon he could be possibly Aidan O'Brien's leading fancy for the St Leger, just like Kew Gardens was this year. It just totally reminded me of what Kew Gardens was doing last year as a novice. And if you look at his pedigree, he's got a lovely pedigree. He's a full brother to Derby winner, ruler of the world. He's also a full brother to Belgravia, who was a good stayer. Also as well, he's a half brother to Duke of Marmalade. So he's got a really good stayer's pedigree, and I think he's going to relish going up in trip tomorrow. In the context of this race tomorrow, 3-1, Aidan O'Brien trained, Shamey Heffernan but for the ride. I think he does have a fair chance. He has probably the best bit of form on offer with that third place at the Curragh. He might have one or two rivals tomorrow, but he should be there or thereabouts at the end. And who knows, maybe if they just go off a little bit too fast, he could be hunting them down on the end off a strong pace. So for me, Norway could be a good one there tomorrow. And I would maybe just suggest about maybe looking next year for the St Leger. I'm on him at 33-1 to win the English St Leger. Just remind me of Kew Gardens, who was one of the rare Antepost bets I had earlier this year. I was on him at 10-1 to win the St Leger, but it just really reminded me of Kew Gardens, Norway did. And also as well, they had an appropriately named country horse, Japan, winner yesterday, the Group 2 Bareford. So they like to name these horses in particular themes, and countries are one that they do like to do at the Aidan O'Brien team. Anyway, enough of that selection. Our second selection tomorrow is going for a bit of jumping action, and in fact all the other selections are jump action selections. We go to the 410 at Sedgefield with a horse called Oak Vintage, round about 6-4 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Anne Hamilton. Ross Chapman claims 3 tomorrow. Now I've actually tipped up this horse a couple of times earlier in the year and it did us some good favours. Now this horse has been having a break, and even though sometimes when horses run from a break, most of the time it's a negative, I don't think it's too negative in Oak Vintage's case. He likes to front run, and I think if he gets an easy lead tomorrow, he shouldn't have too much for this field. His nearest rival is ever so much of Ben Haslam and Rishi McLennan tomorrow. I think really he's so hard to win with. He does like Sedgefield, but unless he's in the mood for it, which most of the time he's not in the mood for it, I think Oak Vintage should have too much for him tomorrow. Now, even though I said about the freshness record, it does suggest that he should go okay tomorrow, Oak Vintage, because last year when he came back from a layoff, he finished second in his first start. So no worries there for Oak Vintage, and I'm going to back him there to get us our second winner on the board. We then go to the 4:45 at Sedgefield, and I like a horse here called Emma Lamb. Now I backed this one when it ran at Kelso last time and was very eye-catching. It's trained by Jed O'Keefe and Joe Colliver has booked for the ride. Now this horse has had wind surgery, and I think this horse will definitely come on from that. Also as well, if you look at its pedigree, it's got some lovely National Hunt horses in its pedigree. Also as well, some bumper winners, and tomorrow it's going to be getting the 4-year-olds and fillies allowance. So it's going to be carrying a nice low racing weight, and I thought tomorrow, in quite a strange bumper race. There was a few in here that I thought were quite weak. Emma Lamb had maybe the credentials to take that one and was a bit overpriced, so I thought 9 to 1 there was quite a nice juicy price there, maybe a good each way selection if you wanted to back it singly. We then end the video in the 540 at Southwell with a horse called Commodore Barry, 11 of 4 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Kim Bailey. Hugh Nugent booked for the ride in this conditional race. Won on its second hurdle start last time out quite comprehensively, beating a fair few decent horses, going up in trip tomorrow and makes its handicap debut off a mark of 120, and I think the step up in trip should definitely help. It's bred to stay, and I thought tomorrow Commodore Barry at Southwell in the 540 was the most likeliest winner. I thought Angel of Harlem, who is the current favourite, might not stay the trip and maybe hasn't beaten as good as horses as Commodore Barry in their careers so far. So for me, I thought Commodore Barry was probably the most progressives out of the two market leaders and should be the one you should be with in that race. So that's going to be the last selection to end this video. Hopefully we can have some winners for tomorrow's horse race in action. Also as well, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button for more horse racing tips and previews and things like that, so stay tuned for that. Also as well, you can follow me on Twitter at Lucky15. Also as well, like I said, check out the Punters page as well to check out the work I do over there. So that's all I got to say, so please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow and we'll be seeing you soon.